Hey Scentsy family, welcome back to Team Stitch and Scents. I have a couple great tips for those of you that are terrified to pick up the dreaded phone and make those follow-up phone calls. Okay, sometimes for some people that is just too much to start with. You need a jumping point of some kind. And I know a lot of people, and especially in the younger generations, love to text. And I'm not even going to say just the younger generations because my mom figured out how to text, and that's all she does to me now. And I'm like, really, Mom? I actually would like to talk to you once in a while. But people just, it's easier for them. And they can answer when they have a chance and things like that. Some people will not even answer the phone if they don't know who it is, first of all, but they will answer a text. And I found this time and time again. So when I'm making some follow-up calls, especially to people that I've never met, this is a big one. I work with my welcome wagon lady, and I get lists every month now of people that she's talked to and shared my products with. Well, these are cold calls, basically. I mean, they've gotten a flyer and they've gotten maybe a sample, but they have never met me. So for me, I find it easier to go ahead and send them a text because I started calling, no answers. As soon as I started sending texts to them, I was getting answers. And one of these things too is because some of these people, I don't know whether they were even interested at all. Some are, some aren't. And what I do is I give them an option in the text. I welcome them, like for this will be welcome to the neighborhood and such. And if they have any interest, I want them to text back to me, yes. If they are absolutely not interested at all, text no. And I do let them know that if I don't hear from them, I'm just going to assume that they didn't get my message and that I will go ahead and call them just so that I can touch base with them. So there's a couple fun things that I found and that you guys probably already know, especially those of you that are younger, but maybe not, is there's an app called Red Stamp, and it's actually really fun. I'm going to use this for my team as well because a lot of them like to text too. And you can do little pictures up and send them, and they get it on their phone, and it's really cute, and it's just something that is a little more special, I think, than just words written out. Another thing I found out that I thought was really cool because I text very slow. Now, when I've got lists of people, like I said with this welcome wagon thing, and please, if you're thinking about doing something like that, check into it first. Find out from people in your area, because from what I've heard, some are not nearly as good as others. And you don't want to be wasting your money and time with somebody that's not going to be out there to try to help you. But anyway, as I was saying, so I went ahead and these are just basically, like I said, for cold calls. And then you also get those like drawing slips that you get at different events and stuff. Those people you may never have talked to at all. Or if you have a basket sitting in some kind of business and you have a drawing slip thing in there, again, you may never even met this person. So sometimes the text is a good way to find out whether they're even interested or not. Okay, to get back on the subject here, because apparently I went off somewhere else. What I found is what you can do is actually email a text. And you're going to have to check with your provider to see how this is done. But I am super slow at texting. Super, super slow. Now, I do not recommend that you text everybody in like a huge email group because when one person responds all, there might be something in there that you don't want the rest of them to see. So don't do that. But it's really neat because I know for me, like with US Cellular, you just punch it, you type in the number at email.uscc.net, and then you send your message. And I have a program called Quick Text that is on my email program, and I can just go ahead and save that email that I want to send out to them. And that works out really great. You can send a picture if you want. Most times for stuff like this, I won't. Because you don't know if their phone's able to get that or not. So this way you want to make sure that you get them the information. But basically, yeah, that works out so much better for me because like I said, I am slow. I know you got the people there sitting there and they're just chatting, and I'm sitting there like this, trying to get myself, because I am from the computer keyboard era, not the texting era. I can type like there's no tomorrow. But darn it, if you want me to text, yeah, it's going to take a while. And I don't believe in the short, slangy text either. So I just think it works better for me, and I've found that I get a lot more response on this, and I find out who's interested. So I'm not keep calling and calling and calling somebody that is not even interested at all. And so basically on my notes, I just write down that they were not interested. I cross them off. I move on. It gives them an option to opt out, basically, without having to talk to me, because most times they probably are not going to even answer that call. And I'm going to waste a lot of time, calling and calling and calling them. So this is just an easy way for me to get those lists done while I'm actually doing something else as well. I mean, I could be listening to a training or whatever, but I'm getting these lists done as well. And that has been such a godsend to me and saved me so much time. So if you are terrified of your phone and don't really like making phone calls, and you just, send you in a complete panic, start texting first. That's a really good way of starting, and a lot of people would rather do that, especially when there comes to sales calls, I guess is what you would call it. So start out that way, and I can tell you that as you go along, it'll get easier and easier, and especially if that person responds yes, then you know they're interested, and calling them is so much easier. So I hope this all helps you guys out some. And if you're thinking, hey, you know what, I want to join your team, this is an amazing time to join Scentsy. There's so many new things going on. We're really excited. We can earn a trip next year, a cruise to the Caribbean. I mean, last I saw, there's like 5 or 6 different ports to call. Or you can earn your Scentsy Family Reunion, which is our convention, to Las Vegas, Nevada. So that'll be exciting. So see you soon. Bye.